All
Right.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the channel. This is Tea Time After Dark with Dominique, and we are holding space for a topic that has gone unspoken but untouched for many lives. We're talking about menopause and depression. Menopause and depression, guys. I am grateful to have a guest here tonight, and she's going to be talking about menopause with me, depression, and many symptoms of menopause. And we're going to have a heart to heart conversation. So grab your tea and settle in and let's talk. And so I'm going to welcome Miss Linda. She is coming and she's joining me for Tea Time After Dark, and we're going to have this amazing discussion. So, guys, what I'm drinking tonight, I'm going to be drinking dandelion tea, and I'm going to be drinking mixed with cinnamon. So, cinnamon is good for um, pre menopausal symptoms as well as pre-diabetic symptoms, and the dandelion is going to help with the bloating and weight loss. So, and I have a candle here tonight. I'm going to be burning this candle, and this is called Georgia Peach. Georgia Peach. So, guys, the light is killing me. Got my light on and it's hot. Okay, so let me turn it down some because I'm already having a hot flash. All right, so let me go in and get my little tea. Linda, what are you drinking tonight? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking orange cinnamon tea in my festive
Okay.
holiday mug.
Oh, cute, cute. All right now.
Yeah. I try to be
Well,
festive and holiday around Halloween and harvest time.
okay, so I guess I'm a little festive too. I got my little orange and it's Georgia peach. It smells amazing. We went to the pumpkin patch last week and I got this from the country store. I call it the country store at the, what is this, Wardrobe pumpkin patch.
Mhm.
But anyway, they had this at their little country store. So it is Georgia peach. So I'm going to be lighting that tonight. So go ahead, guys, get your tea and your candle. And we're going to be, I guess, when I get my flicker to work, right? So we're going to be drinking tea and having a conversation about menopause. Okay? So give me 1 second. I'm making all that noise. Girl. All righty. So I'm gonna get my little mug tonight. I usually have it. It's a soup mug, but I use it for soup and whatever. So if you guys are tuning in to this topic, I'm going to be looking on my phone. So if you have any questions, I'm going to answer them from my phone because I'm going to be unable to see your messages, guys. Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on, Linda. Okay. Alrighty. So we're gonna get started. So often we may think of menopause when we think of hot flashes, body changes, emotional side effects, especially feeling sad and even depression.
Yeah.
So we want to open up about and share our experiences and remind you that you are not alone.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So Linda, I'm gonna let you kind of just openly talk about, some of the symptoms and experiences of depression, because we know that as we get older, this is something that is natural to our bodies as women. And I'm hearing that women that are in their 30s now are going through menopause, which is very surprising to me. And I just heard a doctor say that women in their late 30s are going through menopause,
Yeah.
and that is kind of, to me, it's kind of scary,
Yeah,
especially if you
absolutely.
haven't had any kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
kind of scary. So I just learned that. So
Hmm.
how so how has your journey with menopause, shaped your understanding of emotional health? We're gonna start there.
Um, it has it definitely is um it's almost just like your moms or grandmas, they don't tell you this part about aging, right? They don't tell you that these things
Mm-hmm.
will be coming up shortly or they will be coming. So you can possibly
Yeah.
mentally prepare yourself or in your body for what is about to come. Like, we have conversation about pregnancy. You read the book, what to expect when
Mm-hmm.
expecting, right? But you don't avail
Right.
yourself to the knowledge of my body's going through menopause or I'm going to be going through changes. And if your
Yeah.
grandparents or aunts talk about it, they don't specifically give you the things that I am now going through and
Mm-hmm.
others as well. It is constant. It's ongoing. The hot flashes, the getting up in the middle of the night, changing your night clothes, and sweating out your hair, and you're aching, your joints are aching, and it
Yes.
can be taxing on your mental because you are no longer feeling like yourself. Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything aches, your joints
Yes.
aches, you get headaches, and and you begin to get depressed because it's like, why am I going through this? I mean, you know the why, right? But it's like not every woman goes through menopause, from
Yeah,
my
you know.
understanding. Yeah, and you can definitely speak
Right.
on that. Not some women I talk to,
Mm-hmm.
they're fine. If I can just
Right.
go back, my menopause was brought on early because I had a hysterectomy. So that was part of
Okay.
the follow through with going through it earlier than I guess most. But
Mm-hmm.
it you can you can be sad because you're tired, you're fatigued, you're waking up in the middle of the night, changing your night clothes. You wake up in pure sweat, and it's depressing. I mean, I'm not, I have to be 100%. It can be depressing.
It
Um,
can.
it
Yes.
definitely can be if you are not uh, careful on your thoughts and allow it
Mm-hmm.
to be depressing. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I do. I agree with that because I know a lot of women have multiple symptoms.
Mm. Yeah.
It can be, the brain fog,
Mm.
it can be
Hmm.
like I said, the constant, body ache, forgetting everything, just having a
Yeah.
whole blank
Yes.
a whole
Mhm.
moment. And just like you
Mhm.
said, if you're not careful, you can go into that depression because it's like your body has taken over and you have no
Right.
control. So it's
Right.
like you don't have
Yeah.
any control of how you're feeling,
Right.
how your function of your
Right.
body. I mean,
Yeah.
you're on, you're off, you're on, you're
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
You might be on for a week, you might be on
Yep.
for a month. I mean,
Yep.
you really literally
Yes.
do not have
Hmm.
any control of your body. So that could begin to weigh, in my opinion, on your mental,
Yes.
where you're like,
Absolutely.
you literally feel like sometimes that you just losing control and you don't have any
Yes.
control of your body. Yes. So
Absolutely.
I've
Absolutely.
experienced that. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what to do here. This is too
Yeah.
much. And sometimes, of course, I sell the herbal teas and different things like that. But
Mhm.
even with me drinking that, sometimes I will still have a moment of hot
Right.
flashes, a moment of my symptoms, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's symptoms is different. My symptoms at
Right.
this time is the weight gain, which can
Yes.
also be depressing because I've
Yes.
always been small, and that
Yeah.
extra 15,
Yes.
20 pounds I'm about to
Absolutely.
lose. Yeah, it's different. I'm not
It's the
used to
Aries in
weight.
her, y'all. She's an Aries. That
It is. I mean, that 20 pounds, it's like, I
yeah.
got to get rid of that. And then, my doctor
Yeah.
say,
They call it
oh,
yeah,
oh, you going to be just fine. Oh,
they
yes.
call it minnow belly. Yeah.
Girl.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
It
Yes.
and it's hard, it's hard to you're already aging, right? And so your metabolism is already going slow on top of
Yeah.
the weight gain from the menopause and the
Yes.
bloating,
Hmm.
from the menopause and absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of those
And
things.
I agree with
Yeah.
right. So yeah, I mean, I do. I agree with that because it could be just really, really overwhelming.
Yeah.
So why do you think depression during this stage is often overlooked? Because I would have never known, like you said, our grandmothers, our aunties, our mothers, they never really talked about it
Yeah.
until I think we're more open generation about it,
Right.
and it's not
Yes. Yes.
quiet. And I can remember back in the day people saying that, and we laugh, we chuckle because we was young, we didn't know any better. That such and such lost her mind, doing this
Mm.
stage, and I don't know if they was figuratively speaking or they really did, but
Right.
as we experience it now, we like, what, it does make you feel like you're losing your mind
Yeah.
sometimes. Yes, it's
Absolutely.
not
And
funny, but it.
back in
Mhm,
those times, it was looked down upon to complain. You just
mhm.
dealt with it and you dealt with it in silence. And I
It's
think that's why
silent.
we are so now uneducated about it because our
Mhm.
generation, our women of color, they dealt with a lot of things in silence.
Yes.
Physical, verbal, body changes.
Mhm.
They dealt with it in silence, and that's why they just were not that generation of women just did not talk about it, which is unfortunate because we
Yeah.
weren't educated on it. That's almost similar to now people are talking about the postpartum depression with babies. That was
Yes.
you go through it. There was
Exactly.
no medicine, there was no talk about it, there was nothing to help calm it. You just go through it. Um, and so now we're just now becoming to be enlightened about all of those things our body
Yeah.
go through. And now we can educate
Mhm.
our daughters, and our daughters can educate their daughters about it and
Yes.
be prepared for what is about to come. Um,
Yeah.
and I think, like with the postpartum, the depression, after having a baby, I also went through that as well. But we're bringing more light into it because it's people are noticing it's a real symptom.
It
You really
is.
you are not crazy. You are not suffering a
No.
mental breakdown. Your body is going through changes, and
Yes.
women are now being more vocal with their doctors. Like something
Mhm.
is wrong. We're now self advocating for ourselves. I don't feel right. I'm not
Yeah.
myself,
Mhm.
and that alone has been bringing more
Oh.
awareness to
Yes. And
menopause
I
and the symptoms of it. Mhm.
and I think so. Yeah, I think because we're a more vocal generation,
Yeah, yes,
and maybe they wasn't, I don't know, but a lot of
right.
things just wasn't talked about,
Talk about,
and
yeah,
they just, like you said, suffered in silence. And
mhm.
so when our generation came along, we totally lost. We totally lost what to expect, what we're
Mhm.
going through, the whole 9 yards and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So and I think as time has went on, that the
mhm.
doctors have even got more and more educated, more in tune with what the
Right.
symptoms are, because I did not realize that some people hair come out. Mine didn't come out. Thank goodness. That can be depressing as well. But it's a lot of women, they lose their all of their hair,
Yeah.
um, because of
Hmm.
their hormones and different things like that.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yeah.
some people, like you said, ate to the bone. I didn't even realize that that was a symptom. And then
Yeah.
the brain fog I was experiencing, I thought it was just
Yeah. Being
I thought
fatigued,
I
being
just got a
tired.
little, right, just a little tired,
Yeah.
or is, whatever. But I'm like, oof, I don't even know what I'm thinking about. I forgot, and stuff
Hmm.
like that. And
Hmm.
so, it's a lot of women that are going through that, and being
Yeah.
depressed about it and stuff like that. So, I mean, some of the ways that, the natural ways that I do is, of course, herbs. Does it hurt? Does it help? Yes, it does. It does help.
Yes.
But I'm going to be honest, you got to do a combination of, you got to do a
Nation.
combination of
Hmm.
exercise. You got to do a
Hmm.
combination of making sure that you're eating healthy, as well as the tea. The tea
Absolutely.
is going to decrease the,
Yeah.
but not always. I did have it under control where,
Yes.
even drinking my own herbal, it reduced it a lot, where I was only
Hmm.
having hot flashes every now and then, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk
Hmm.
about that. How do you think my teas have helped you, or have they helped you? Or, I mean, because I know that you are a friend as well as a long-term customer. And I
Yes.
mean, how has those herbs helped you?
This exactly what you said. Now, with it had to be a combination. So with your
Hmm.
teas, I also had to include medication, right? Because
Hmm.
it got to a point where it was just so bad, I had to include a medication um, to help with the night flash. I mean, the night sweats, to help with all of the
Hmm.
symptoms. I'm also on a really mild antidepressant, just to
Hmm.
mellow out all of the things. So, like you just
Right.
stated, it's a combination of all of the things, right?
Hmm.
I've also now I can't cut back on my coffee. You already know me. Coffee is what
Oh,
I do, right?
we gonna talk about that caffeine. That caffeine is gonna make it
But
worse. That's why you talk
it
about,
does.
yeah, it's got a little
You're
worse.
right. It
That
does. And now
caffeine,
listen,
it
I've
does.
tried the Splenda, but I can't.
Uh-huh.
And I have
Hmm.
changed my eating habits as well. I'm eating more clean. I'm adding more of those vegetables. I'm adding more of those fruit. I'm
Uh-huh.
drinking more water. But you stated just accurately, it's a combination of all those things. And I also want to add that it's okay if you have to add medication. It's okay.
It
Um,
is.
it's just an additional supplement of everything that you're already doing. So,
Mm-hmm.
but your
Yes.
teas help tremendously. It's just I needed a extra help.
Right. Right.
I
And
needed an
so,
additional, yeah,
a little additional help. So
yes,
for me, I deal heavy in herbs and stuff like that, and I know that for me, I have not had a hysterectomy, but I'm hearing that when you have a hysterectomy, it makes it worse. Once you get
it
to that
does.
stage of
Yeah,
menopause, it makes it worse. Even though the doctors may convince you, hey, get a hysterectomy, and that is what I'm trying to stay away from.
wait for me. Yeah,
Of course, they
yeah,
always push that on you. They
yeah,
push it on you every time, and they want you to
right.
get that hysterectomy. But those symptoms get heavy.
Yes, they do. Now, in my case, I had to have the hysterectomy because I had
Right,
I don't know if I could, they call it the bottom has fallen out. So they tried everything to
right.
save it and all. And that was at
Save
I was
it and
30.
all.
Yeah, and I was 30. So it does bring
Okay.
it on
Yeah.
quicker, right? But I have one
Yes.
ovary. So like you said, it makes it worse because that ovary now is overtime because I just have the one
It's
ovary. So
overtime because you got that
it right.
one.
Exactly. So yes,
Yeah.
the symptoms are worse because I just have that one
Right.
ovary. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does. So, welcome, Mary Life Journey. Welcome. Did you have any questions for us when it comes to, menopause and depression? Because I know that we are all ladies of that particular age. And so, if you have any questions, I'm here to answer any questions, guys. So, ask me anything when it comes to the menopause and the depression, and that's what we're talking about today. So, like herbs, and then mindfulness and other daily routines. So, I always, talk about on this channel. Sometimes when you're going through this, you're going to have to sit in silence. You're going to have to meditate.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to
Absolutely.
come up with some kind of daily routine to keep your mind at peace because, like we said, your body is slowly changing and you don't have any control over it, and it can be overwhelming and depressing. And so get into that quiet space, quiet, prayer, meditation, whatever it is that you do, that walk, some type of daily routine. And I talk about if you are depressed, lack of sleep, and different things like that. I have some other videos out that's going to help ladies with just daily routines that's going to help kind of get your mind, your
Yes,
mindset, relax your
absolutely.
mind, and
Right.
get you on that mellow part, especially before you go to bed at night,
Yes.
you know. Mhm.
Now I do, I do yoga.
Mhm.
So I do yoga, and I think what helped me and is helping me is I'm educating myself on, like you said earlier, the symptoms. I think the more you know, the more you're better self equipped to handle what's going on with your body.
Right.
So I'm reading, I am looking at videos, on understanding my symptoms. So not only can
Mhm.
if I can educate myself, I can educate the people around me. When I sometimes
Yes.
I snap. Listen, you know, I'm an
Well,
Aries, so
we are Aries. So is
I'm
that the menopause, Linda, or is it just the Ariesness in us?
no,
However,
no, but if
so
the more the more you read on it, the more you educate yourself, the better you can educate the loved ones around you, and let them know and help them to understand what
yes.
you're going through. But you can't help them if you can't help yourself. So,
Okay. That's absolutely true. So, Mary Life Journey said, Linda, did the teas exactly help your symptoms, and how often have you drunk the tea? You order from me a lot, so I'm gonna let you speak on that.
yeah, I think I was drinking them twice a day. I believe the first I did a cold tea brew,
Mm-hmm.
which I would drink in the morning to get me through the day, and then I would steep the tea bag at night to
Okay.
help me get through the night. So I believe it was a month
Okay.
of me doing the teas. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
probably a little longer than a month.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I ordered a lot during the summer months, but of course it's hotter this summer. Um, so
Right.
yeah, I
Right.
think it was almost probably the whole summer, twice a day.
Yeah. So she just wanted to know how exactly did it help your symptoms?
It lightened my symptoms. It did not stop them. It
Mm-hmm.
lightened them, but I am also on medication as well.
Right,
So
because of your everybody's situation is different, so you only
right,
have that one ovary. So your hormones are way
right,
up there
right,
compared to
right,
maybe somebody that has two. Me, I
right,
have two. So
exactly.
yeah, so it's a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it took a lot to get
right,
them balanced. So do
right.
you think with, I guess when you was taking the combination of both, do you think it was better, or or now that you're not taking both, how do you feel? Do you think it helped with taking the herb and the medicine, or which one? I mean.
I think the combination of both helped. I think
Hmm.
with the I think all of it worked, and I think all of it helped. Actually, I need
Right.
to order some more from you now. Uh, but I think it all helped because me drinking it in the morning and making it in the ice, it helped me through the day because I'll come outside and like
Okay.
today I have on a short sleeve shirt. So it was a combination because I'll drink the cold brew, the cold tea in the morning that helped me get through the day. Then I'll take the
Hmm.
medication and tea at night. So this was a combination of both.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and trying to find that balance to kind of come down. And then I'm also on the, an antidepressant. So it was a
Hmm.
combination of everything.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So generally, when I'm taking my own herbs, if I'm consistent,
Mm-hmm.
then I can keep it under control. I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
I'm an herbalist by heart, and I take a lot of different teas depending on what's going on with me.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Mm-hmm.
come back to my menopause of herbal teas, and then I'll mix it up. So if I'm staying on it
Yeah.
constantly, I don't have any
Yeah.
symptoms. But that's a
Cool.
constant. That's in the morning, at night. And
Right.
for about 30, I guess maybe about 3 months straight, I won't have any symptoms. But if I'm
Right.
not consistent,
Mm-hmm.
them hot
Yeah.
flashes get me every time. Yeah,
Yeah.
they get me. They get me. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm like you said, everything soaking wet, hair,
Yeah.
clothes, everything through the night.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah,
Which is one of the reasons why I decided to cut my hair is because it was just, you know me, Edward, Dominique. I
yeah,
call
it's
her
okay.
Edward. Um, I wear the weaves and the braids, and
Right.
when it started to kick up, I was like, I just can't have it on my neck. I just need to be, and that was another issue that I was dealing with was kind of a, I don't want my face shown. I don't want, I've always covered up,
Hmm.
right? I've always
Right.
had a weave to cover my face. I've always had braids, and so that took a lot out of it took a lot for me to cut my hair because now I feel exposed, but I feel free
Yeah.
and I feel cooler. Now,
Okay.
cutting hair, it doesn't work for everyone, but because mine was so kicked up to
Yeah.
100, I just was like, I something has to go. Cut the hair, and
Oh, right. The hair
and
on the neck, the
I
sweat
feel
going.
so much,
Yeah.
and I sweat in my hair.
Yes.
So it helped cutting my hair. That helped a lot. Yeah.
Well, I mean that's good for you, but you know me, I got a lot of hair, and so that even if I cut it, it's gonna grow
Yeah.
back. So we
Yeah.
not gonna worry about that hair.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of constant shampooing. Ladies, I'm all natural. Is it hard?
Mhm.
Yes, it is. I shampoo
Mhm.
my hair weekly. And I also go to the beauty shop as
Yeah.
well here and there. But for the
Yeah.
most part, I sweat so much that I can't
Yes.
afford to go as much as I need because I have to
Absolutely.
shampoo my hair every week,
Yeah.
probably more than that if I want to be truthful. But
Yeah.
majority of the time, it's going to be once a week because
Yeah.
it is literally soaking
Same
wet. And
here.
some
Mhm.
mornings I'm putting it up in the ponytail. I don't have
Yep.
time to fool with it because it's wet,
Right.
and I'll just get the towel and I just do this
Absolutely.
and I put it up in the
Mhm.
pony because
Yeah,
it's soaking wet.
absolutely. Yeah. Now
And I'm
I
like,
try
it's
I tried to do the pixie natural, but it just I'm 4C hair, it just did not work. So I had
right,
to relax it. But you are right. There's some mornings it's I have to wear a scarf to keep it molded because it's sweat. It's wet. Sometimes I can barely make
right.
it out the house and I'm already
It's
soaked,
soaking wet.
soaking wet. So I wear my scarf on the way to work, trying, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
And we laughing,
it's
but
something.
it is something serious. It is.
It's
And
something
we're gonna talk
serious.
about how, how important is community and support during this transition. And we know that our loved ones or our significant others most of the time men do not understand, what it is that we're going through. They already think we're crazy. And then on top of these symptoms, it's serious. I watched this video, Linda, and it was this guy, bless his heart. He was talking about his wife was freezing him to death, and she had the AC on 63, and he had to put his scarf, hat, and gloves on in the house. He was doing a little comical
Right.
clip, but
Right.
hey, true statement. I'm here, by myself, so I got the fan going and the AC going and all of that, and I'm okay, so I don't have to disturb anybody else. But it could be you're already in a depressed state, and without the support of your loved ones, it makes it difficult
Yes, it
because
does.
we as women, we really don't know even what we're going through.
That's
I mean,
right.
because if we can explain it, we'll tell you. We
Yeah.
don't even know. We don't know the next symptom that may hit us, and and
Mhm.
and it's nothing. And then the sad part about it is it's nothing that can be done about it.
Done. Right.
Like you can't
Absolutely.
take a Tylenol and it's over. It's
Right.
a whole body
Right.
transitional period that you're going through. Sounds like, yes, Married Life Urban said it sounds like her husband. Exactly. So I mean, men, I think men have to be educated just like we
Mhm.
are, or become educated or want to be, because we do not know. We
That's
don't
right.
know because we don't know what our body is going to be going through. And
That's right.
so just like Married Life Journey said, that sound like her husband, that sound like a lot of husbands and a lot of
Absolutely.
loved ones that may be living in the
Absolutely.
house with you that say, Mama crazy. Mama going crazy. We're not.
Absolutely. Hmm.
we we're not going crazy, and we
Yeah.
are not. And the more you talk to, like you said, and back in the day, our parents was hush hush quiet about it. But the more I talk to women now, I realize that these are real symptoms. I'm not going crazy. And then other women are having, even more symptoms,
Hmm.
on your cycle for 30 days, off,
Hmm.
on, off,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
one day here, there,
Yeah.
sweating, depressed. It's a lot.
Mhm.
It's a lot.
It's,
And we
it,
can't
it
even,
is definitely a lot. Yeah,
yeah.
and it's there. And from my understanding, there is no end date. You like
No,
you said,
you
like you said, you can go through it, you can stop. You can go through it,
mm-hmm,
you can stop.
right.
It is, according to my doctor gynecologist, it doesn't end. It gets better,
Yeah, that's what
but it
I heard.
doesn't end.
Yes,
It can
right.
get worse, it can not, so it's an ongoing cycle. And that's why we really have to communicate with our loved ones, communicate with our spouses, continue to advocate
It's an
to
ongoing cycle.
it's an ongoing process. Continue to take your herbs, continue to drink your tea that you
Mm-hmm.
create, because it can be, it's ongoing.
Yeah.
The headaches come, the
Yes, it
headaches
is.
come,
And
and yeah, they come and go, but it's an
right.
ongoing process. Yeah,
So you're experiencing headaches,
I am. But I
huh?
also, yes, I am experiencing
Oh
headaches.
wow.
Yeah. But and also,
Right.
with me already having migraines, it's just kind of like it just escalates it even more. With the
Okay.
headaches,
So
and we're not even going to.
that's a new symptom for that I've heard.
Yep. And we're not even, I don't know about your significant others, and then you're talking about all of the intimate stuff. That's another huge part of
Oh,
of
that's a huge. So, uh, so
baby. That's a huge.
hey, that I, I that is a very, very huge, huge topic because, like I said, I've I've had a significant loved one before, and it has been times where
Mhm.
whole 30 days, I'm just being real, a whole
Yeah.
30 days. And
I
I'm like,
mean,
I can't stop it. I don't know what to do. It just won't go
yeah,
away. It'll go away
yeah.
and come back and go away.
Hmm.
So ain't no intimacy, none of that going on
Yeah.
because she on. She's
Yeah.
on. And I don't know when she's going off,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So,
And you want to be completely honest and completely transparent that it's inside and out. Your skin is different.
right,
Your hair texture is different. Your your lady parts are different. You're no longer 20
right,
or 25. So it's a whole combination of everything.
right,
And the dryness that you go through, it's not, it could be age, but it also could be what your body is going through. When you're sweating,
right. I'm going through. Yeah,
it's, yeah. So it's that alone
yeah.
can
Then you
be,
have to be, yeah.
yeah. And then you get into the wife
Right,
guilt.
because
Yeah, you begin to feel
yes,
guilty as a
yes,
wife. For those who are married, you begin to feel like you're not adequately, um, being that wife that you want to be. And it's not because you don't want to. It's not because you don't have the desire to.
yes,
It's just your libido's low, and you need some help. So you got to come to grips with that. So not only
right,
are you depressed, not only is your body going through changes, now you're feeling the wife guilt of not being able to please your husband the way that you want to,
yes,
or be able to please him more than you want
yes,
to, right? So it's a whole
exactly.
thing. It's a whole thing.
Right. And I can't say I experienced that. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I don't know when it's going off. I'm sorry, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I really don't know. I
yeah,
went to the doctor. They may give you something, but it doesn't work.
yeah, yeah,
Doesn't, it
yeah,
doesn't help.
yeah.
It might, could I say, it may decrease it a little
Right.
bit, but it don't stop
Yeah,
it. It gonna stop when it wants to stop, and so
yeah.
it come on and go off whenever it wants to, and you begin to feel guilty because you can't, you're unable to. You might want to please, your
Hmm.
significant other, but you can't, and it's depressing. It's
Yeah.
very depressing, and you
Hmm.
can't do anything about it. And so
That's
that's
right.
why I say, um, that's why I say, having that support and of your loved ones is important, even if they don't understand it. I feel like just being
Yeah.
there, and like I said, my friend, I think he was very, very supportive of you know of that times, and but
Hmm. That's right.
everybody isn't. So
No, everyone isn't. No.
Mary Life, no, Mary Life Journey said, how long does it typically take before women notice the benefits, I guess, of the tea? How long, from your experience?
From my experience, it took it I started to notice a change probably like within a week. But again, just to
Okay.
make that,
Yeah.
I'm on the medication. So
Hmm.
it was kind of hard to
Right.
determine whether it was the tea or the medication that I'm on.
Mhm.
Um,
But when you first started taking, you weren't on the medication, were you?
when I first started
When you
with your
first started
tea,
taking the,
I was I was on medication. Yeah, I
oh,
was
okay,
on.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I was on
okay,
it wasn't the one I'm on now, but
gotcha.
I had a very low dose of what. Yeah, when I first, that's why I asked you for the tea, because I wasn't seeing really
Hmm.
any change, but it was a low dosage.
Oh, okay,
So
gotcha, gotcha.
yeah, yeah, but I
Hmm.
didn't I did notice it right away at night. When I would drink your tea at night,
Okay.
I had more of a
Yes.
restful sleep, more, and I think I shared that with you, more of a peaceful sleep, more of a
Right.
restful sleep.
You
Of
did.
course, you go, right, you go through menopause, you're up, you're down, your sleep is
Yes.
is, is impacted, which is why you're fatigued.
Yeah. Hmm.
But yeah, it helped me really. I would say it helped me more at night, And because during the day
Mm-hmm.
you're moving, you know, but when you really
Right.
want to sleep, it helped that night.
I have to agree with that because I can say when I was taking it
Mm-hmm.
more so at night, I didn't have the night flashes, the
Lashes.
hot
Yep.
sweats and all
Mm-hmm.
of that when I drunk it at night. And majority of the time I drink some type of tea at night, but I could see a little help during the day,
Yeah.
but my night sweats was mostly at night.
Night.
It
Yeah.
just I wasn't having the night sweats and very seldomly in the daytime,
Mm-hmm.
but mostly at night. So if I'm doing consistently, I was able to rest even better. I
Yeah.
wasn't waking up. That was the best
Yes.
best sleep. Okay, the best
Yes.
sleep
Yes, it was. Yes.
because it's terrible when you're waking up and you feel like something crawling on you, and it is not. It's
Mm-hmm.
sweat.
Mm-hmm.
It's sweat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Are you having those
So
heart
she's
palpitations and? Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was having the heart palpitations, and I'm thinking it's the blood pressure. But now that you're saying that, I was having
Mm-hmm.
those too. And
Yep.
I was like, who knows what's going on with me? Every now and
Yeah.
then it just, I'm like, okay, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
sitting here. I'm not excited about nothing. Girl, I was like, what in the world is going on? I said, okay, Dominique, get it together. And now
Yeah.
nothing. I'm just sitting here relaxing, and the heart just started. Boo, boo, boo. I'm like, what is
Mm-hmm.
that?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so she said that are there any side effects or interactions with the medication of blood pressure and thyroid? No, I mean, well, I'll let you speak on that. Have you had?
I
Because
don't.
I know.
I don't have
Mhm,
any
go
one
ahead.
of those. Uh, I don't suffer from any one of those. I can't speak on that. I don't
Well,
have
I
thyroid.
do.
Okay.
I don't have the thyroid, but the blood pressure and stuff like that. Yeah, and I drink all kind of herbs, and that I don't never have any kind of effects
Or
or
inactive.
anything. So no, I haven't. So I haven't had that. And even I tell the doctors, they ask me, "What do you do?" I say,
Yeah.
I do herbs." I always let them know
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking. That's every day, and so
Yeah.
they it's like, okay, that's fine. They never said
Yeah.
it wasn't okay,
Yeah.
but from my experience, I still drink it, and they don't say anything about it, and
Yeah.
hey, so
Yeah.
I don't know. So if you have any more questions, guys, you can kind of leave the comments and basically don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more health benefits, first of all. And if you have any menopause questions, please put them in the chat, put them in the comments. I'll come back later and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. If you have any questions about the herbs that I offer for menopause, you can scan the QR code in the top of the video, and it is going to take you straight to um, the herbal teas that I sell. She said, "Are there any foods or habits that you can that?" So, do you think any food or habits that you have done can it enhance or that's the question?
Yes.
If I'm saying it correctly.
Yes. I
So,
don't.
let's see. Hmm.
I I I don't know if there's any, and you can speak on this, Edwards. I don't know if there's any scientific backing, but I do believe that when I cut out and have cut out the pork and I no longer eat chicken. Um, I
Hmm.
do believe that played a part in those fatty foods. I believe
Right.
that it played a part in some of my symptoms. Um,
Hmm.
um, and I have replaced those with fish and cod and more steamed vegetables, more unprocessed food. Now I eat more of the not the asparagus and so I try to stay away from processed food. I've tried to stay away from going out to eat. I do believe that what we put in our bodies does add to your menopause symptoms. Caffeine, I'm listen.
You
I'm
know,
gonna
I
give up
fuss
my
at you about
caffeine.
that caffeine.
I'm gonna give it up one day, but for now,
Okay.
I do think food contributes to some menopause symptoms. I do.
I,
Um,
I think, and I have to agree with
mhm,
you on that. I really
mhm,
do feel like the foods,
mhm. The processed foods, the
um,
pork,
the
yeah, all of
processed
it.
food make it worse.
Worse.
Now, I don't think it's gonna make it go away, but
Yeah.
if you're eating a lot of processed foods, it does make it
Mhm,
worse.
mhm.
And and my problem is sweets. And so on top of the mena belly and my sweet habit, it's terrible. This
Yeah.
is terrible. So I trying
And
to
I'm a
get some
chip
self control.
person. Yeah.
See,
And it was something
and
that
and
it was right. And I wanted to, well, I've already, you know, my story, but I've already kind of wanted to start more of a clean eating. But when I started
yeah,
going through menopause, I wanted to kick that up a notch and drink more water
hmm
and eat more of the fish and the beans and other things like that. I can tell in
right,
the last few months, it has made a difference. Changing my eating habits has
okay,
made a difference. Yeah,
okay, okay.
that was a great question.
Okay, and then you right. That's I mean that's well. She just said there foods or habits that can enhance the T um, um, effectiveness. I mean basically the tea gonna work. The tea do what it do. The herb do what it do. But then like we just got through discussing the different type of food, especially the processed foods and stuff like that, is going to make the symptoms worse. It's going to make
Yeah.
those symptoms worse. So eating more fruits and vegetables, in my opinion,
Absolutely.
less caffeine,
Yes.
less sweets and
Yes.
sugar, salt, and
Absolutely.
stuff like that is going to help, especially with the swelling. I always wondered why some women was, once they got older, they
Right.
started swelling and
Well,
different things
yep.
like that. I was
Retaining
always wondering.
water.
Now
Hmm.
I retaining that water,
Hmm.
and it's perimenopause.
Yep.
Perimenopause.
Yep.
Right.
That salt, not drinking enough water. Yep.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, well, Linda, I mean, if let me see if they have any more questions here, because I mean, we'll be up here all night. But hey, like I said, if
I mean,
once
it's
the
a it's a
once the live is
it's
over,
yeah, it's an all night subject. I mean, you can go hours
right,
and hours talking about it, and all of the things that's
right,
going on with it. So absolutely, yeah, it could be a long-winded
yes,
conversation because it's so
we
involved
can.
and there's so many components to it, right? There's so many
Mhm.
things out
Yes,
there, so it's just a ball of this a revolving
of
door
everything, right,
of
right.
everything. Hmm.
Right. So, but I do want to say, that ladies, depression is serious, and if you are having any kind of symptoms of depression, please see your physician.
Absolutely.
My herbs is not the be all to medicine, but if you are getting to that state where you are really, really in a depressed state, please see your doctor. Please get something that is going to help. I do not advise, me, I don't like taking any kind of medication or pharmaceutical, but if
Yeah.
you are experiencing that, excuse me, I advise you guys, please get something because it is serious,
Hmm.
and these symptoms are real. So don't ever think that the things that you are experiencing is not real, because it is, because you are experiencing it in your body,
That's
and
right.
it is real. I mean, I don't know
Right.
nothing else to say about it.
Yep.
Just be patient with yourself, sit
Hmm.
with yourself, meditate, pray, whatever it is that you do, come up with a routine that works for you. Everybody routine. I'm just here to kind of like advocate a little bit for menopause, but
Hmm.
work, I'll give you some pointers, try them out, see what works for you. Everything doesn't work. I
For
do know
everybody.
yoga does. I do know exercise work. I do know that it does make you feel better. It makes
Yes.
you kind of keep the weight a little under control. Maybe not all the way, but it's going to help you not to gain so much.
That's right.
Because
That's right. And
this a whole new experience.
right.
This is a
And it's
new
and
experience.
yeah, and
Yes.
ladies, it's okay because I dealt with that also for a moment. Um, I felt like um I could not one talk to someone, and I have a therapist, but I also felt like
Hmm.
it was going against my spiritual principles to be on an antidepressant. But it's okay if
So,
you have to be, but you have to do what's right
hmm,
for you and your body.
for
For
you,
me,
right?
yeah,
Yes.
for me, I felt like I needed to be on something to help regulate my moods, to
Right.
help regulate how I was feeling.
Your
So for
hormones,
me,
right?
it was a decision I had to make for me. But I got to a point where I was okay with that
Hmm.
decision, and you can too. It's okay.
Right.
Don't feel embarrassed. You're
Yes.
not the only one. Don't feel any kind of way. And am I going to be on it for a long period of time? I am not. Um, but for
Right.
now, it's working for now, and
Hmm.
it's okay. Don't feel like you're less than, or it's a hidden secret. I know our culture, we don't go to therapists and we don't take stuff, but it's okay.
That's
You have
right.
to be in charge of your mental health, and you
That's
have to be
right.
in charge of your body because only you know how you're feeling.
Feeling.
So
That's right. That's right. And every time I talk to someone, it is a new symptom that I discover is, that somebody
yeah,
else having that I'm not having. And I'm like,
yeah,
wow, that's something. That is something. So
yeah,
I appreciate you,
yeah.
Miss Linda. I thank you so much, for sharing your wisdom, your story tonight.
Thank you for
To
having me.
anyone listening. Yes, yes. I appreciate you, Linda. And like I said, we have talked about this subject off and on here and there whenever we get a chance to talk in our little private
Yeah,
time. And
yeah,
we are really, going through it. I just
mm,
um, experienced starting at um, 51.
yeah,
So everybody's age is different. I've
yeah,
learned that. Like I said, I just heard from a doctor that said that women are in their 30s going through it. And for
mhm,
me, I was just, I guess you could say, by testing, actually saying, hey, at 51, you are perimenopause. But I also just heard that a 60-year-old lady that I do not know, but
mm,
it's somebody's mother, said that she's not going through it at all.
at
And
all.
she's 60
Yeah,
at all. So
yeah,
everybody is different. It is a wide range of age. This is all about the body, about
absolutely.
nature, or
Yep,
whatever it is. Everybody's different. But at
yeah,
60, she's not even going through it at all. She has a regular monthly. She's healthy. She's
yep,
good. Never experienced none of it. So everybody's different.
that's
So,
right.
but just know that you're not alone. If you are
Mhm.
experiencing it early or late, it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
It doesn't
That's right.
matter.
Right.
Just just remember that this chapter is not an ending, but a transition into a new, powerful season of life. Remember that. This is nature, natural. So be kind to yourself, sip something smooth, and know that healing is possible. Know that it is possible. So, Miss
Absolutely.
Linda, I ain't gonna hold you. I want to thank you because I know Miss Linda go to bed early.
Yes, I go to bed.
So,
I
if you
thank you
are
for
still
having
listening,
me.
guys, please like. I
Yeah.
Mary Life Journey said that she has enjoyed our conversation tonight, and I have too, Linda. But
Yes.
hey, we are going to be okay. Just remember,
Yeah.
this is a new chapter in your
Yeah.
life. It's not the end
Absolutely.
of all end. and we're gonna get through this just like all the other chapters that we
That's
got
right.
through in our lives, and
Right.
we're gonna be just fine. We're gonna be just
Absolutely.
we
Absolutely.
are fine. We got through that stage of having kids and
Yep.
pregnancy and all that. This is just
Yes.
another chapter in our
Yeah.
lives that we have to learn how to navigate through, and we're gonna
Hmm.
get through it. Yes, we
Absolutely.
are.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Miss Linda.
You're
And
welcome.
guys, and subscribe to the channel. I got some more guests probably coming on, not tonight, but at another time, and some more health tips and holistic. And guys, did y'all see my food? I'm cooking now. I'm cooking now, Linda. You ain't see my food, so I'm trying to
Well,
integrate a
you
little
you're
healthy.
already my personal chef. I'm about to call you in a few weeks
Okay, girl.
because that Thanksgiving
So
gravy
yeah,
was
we're
the
gonna be
number
cooking.
one hit. I need to make some more of that gravy.
That's that old school gravy, girl, with mama touch, child. That
Yeah,
she
she my
taught me well.
yeah. Edric is my personal chef. Chef every holiday we on FaceTime, baby. We getting that Thanksgiving dinner
Okay.
together.
Well, I appreciate, I don't ever mind helping or anything like that, but I have integrated some, trying to do some healthy meals and stuff
Yeah,
like that, just to kind of,
yeah,
show or help ladies come up with some new ideas of how to eat more healthier during this time and this
mhm.
chapter in our lives. So y'all stay
Absolutely.
tuned. I'll bring some more good stuff to TikTok. I mean, not to TikTok, to YouTube. Sorry about that. To YouTube. All right, Linda. Bye
All
for
right.
now, lady. And we'll talk soon. All right,
Okay.
guys.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.